What is up, wrestling fans? I am your host, Naja the Ninja, and tonight I am here to give you my ringside recap of Monday Night Raw. Y'all, I am so excited. This is my first episode for this podcast, something that I've been dreaming about for a long time. And I just want to express my love for wrestling to other people, for them to get to love wrestling, or for them just to understand the love of wrestling a little bit better for other people. So, tonight, I will go ahead and give you a recap of Monday Night Raw. So, I'm not going to hold you much longer, and I'm not going to get sentimental about it. I'm trying not to get very sentimental. This is very exciting for me. But let me stop talking and yapping. Let's get started with the show. So tonight, Monday Night Raw opens up at Memphis, Tennessee. And starting of the show, we have Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory marching to the ring, trying to make their points of feeling like they're being sabotaged by the Mystery Masked Men. And how come that no one is doing anything about it for them to be treated fairly. But if we want to be honest, nothing that the Vision have done has been fairly. So we're not even going to get around that. So, in the midst of that, of them talking about everything that's going on, they feel like they're being played and this and the third. We have, L.A. Knight comes out and basically makes fun of Austin for losing his qualifier match against him. So, I mean, it really this segment really wasn't too much. Oh, I forgot even to tell y'all the Usos was like they pretty much actually opened up the show, but since the Vision literally just came and like ran the whole segment for the whole time, I honestly forgot that he was even up there. I honestly forgot that the Usos was even up there in the rafters. They're still in the fans. They're just sitting there watching. They're not even trying to intervene by no means. And I find that hilarious. Like, why y'all just standing up there? Get down there and make yourself involved. So after all the mess of that, the general manager, if I can talk, it'd be nice. Adam Pearce comes out, and basically he tried to defuse the situation, but he ended up hearing a birdie from the grapevine that Paul Heyman was sitting there trying to cheat and trying to put Bronson Reed in the match. And I was like, Paul, why are you even trying it? Why are you even trying to do this? I guess he feels like since he lost Braun Breaker, for people who do not know, Braun Breaker, from what I saw around on the internet, he had to get emergency hernia surgery. So, and there's really no time on when he's going to come back. So, we're just going to see how far WWE is going to try to push this group without Braun. Because let's be real, Braun is the real star of this group, and I don't think no one really cares about it. Unless he's not there. They might care a little bit for Austin, but I don't see it really happening. No way. So let me go back to the actual problem. So Adam Pearce decides, well, we have LA Knight, we have the Usos, and we have you guys, the Vision. The Vision. I keep saying, I feel like I'm saying the Vision, but it's really the Vision. So, let's have a 6-man tag team match. So, they end up having a 6-man tag team match. I wish I can talk today, y'all. I'm nervous, y'all. I'm trying to be professional, sound good, but it's making it sound terrible because I'm literally nervous. So, we had that match. The match was okay. Kind of predictable. I had a feeling that the Vision was gonna win, but it just it's just whatever. Really, nothing really too exciting going on with that. But at the end of the match, the mystery mad, scary masked men that WWE love to put the people in for some unknown reason, he came out and curb stomps Logan Paul on the announce table. Y'all, who y'all think who that man is? I honestly think that man, like, it gotta be something like random. Like, really don't know who I think that man could be, but it gotta be somebody just out the way. Cause like, why every other month there's a mystery masked person or masked woman somehow? WWE love putting people in a black hoodie and calling them mysterious and masked and just making it seem like they're scary. But brother, we know there's another wrestler under that. So who really gonna be frightened by this person? So eventually, we catch back up with GM. Well, eventually they catch back up with GM Adam Pearce. So as Adam Pearce is like walking through the back randomly, whoop de doo, a crew member like catches him and says like, "Hey, there's a mystery brown wooden crate over here, and it said don't open it until Elimination Chamber. What you want to do with it?" And Adam was like, "Well, do it have my name on it?" And he's like, "No." Well, then send it to GM Nick Aldis to SmackDown. What? Why are you sending that to somebody else? Obviously, the crate says do not open it until until Elimination Chamber. Why would you want to open that crate now? Like, or send it, not open it, but why would you want to send it to somebody else? So what this crate is gonna do, it's just gonna transfer back to SmackDown and Raw and SmackDown until Elimination Chamber. I call it. I don't. It's gonna be just like that. And then as not Nick Aldis, jeez, as Adam Pearce was walking away, El Grande Americano, the second one, comes up and gets upset with Adam Pearce because the original El Grande Americano is in the chamber match and he is not in a chamber match, and he wants to have a championship shot at the Intercontinental Championship even though he has not earned it whatsoever. So Adam, being the smart man that he is, says that, well, you have to earn a shot to get a shot for the championship. So tonight, I'm going to go ahead and schedule you one. So he does. And then it just, I don't know. I feel like the El Americano thing is just getting boring to me. I don't know about everybody else, but it's annoying to me at this point. Like, can we go ahead and just unmask them and get this going? Because it just kind of it's getting a little played out. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but it's getting played out to me. I don't know. So then we go through later on in the match, later on in the day, and we are now in women territory. We are now in a women's triple threat qualifier match between Bayley, Asuka, and Natty. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this match was fire. If y'all have something to say about this, it's crazy. These women put it on. And I'm not sure about y'all, I love Natty's new style that she in. I love this for Natty. I think she should have done this a long time ago. I feel like she would have been taken a little bit more seriously if she had done this a long time ago. But I don't know, I just like this for her. I like everything that she do. She's more rugged, she's more dark and evil. This will be good for Natty. And I hope that WWE really takes this and make her a champion with this like found aura that she has now. I like it. But the match, solid. Like I said, literally, I gave it like a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. It was pretty good. Only thing is, like I said, I'm having a bias towards Natty, as she's being called now, Natty. So I was kind of not feeling that Oscar won it, but I'm okay with Oscar winning. Um, Oscar won by using her famous Oscar lock, which I feel like at this point Oscar needs to have a new finisher. Like Oscar, like who, like this is not exciting anymore to watch. Like you need to go ahead and do something new. I mean, if it works for her, I guess it's okay, but I don't know. I want to see something new for Oscar. So now in the chamber we have Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Tiffany Stratton, and Rhea Ripley. So I don't know. I guess I mean I'm not too hyped about this chamber match. I don't know because I think I just want to see new women, new faces. Even though these women bring in the money, I know they bring in money, so I know they're gonna keep having them and using them. But I just want to see new people. Maybe we gotta start calling up the NXT ladies because like I think it's time like to. I mean, we're starting to do it. Like Friday night Raw. I mean, Friday night SmackDown just got um Lash Legends, so we need to see more ladies. I'm ready. I am ready for Miss Parker to come on there. I think she's gonna ruffle some feathers just for her attitude. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I don't know. Oh, let me tell you, at the end of the match, I forgot to say this, but at the end of the match, Natty actually got jumped by Maxine Dupree. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I am for this. I hope that Maxine turns heel. I think this would be so good for Maxine. I don't know about y'all. I think Maxine should have been a heel a long time ago. I think she would do so good. And I think like if she do make her heel, I kinda want her to be like kind of like that Michelle McCool heel. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was watching wrestling or if you don't know who Michelle McCool is, look her up from like the early. For me, it was definitely from like 2009 through 10 when she was just like really that woman. You know, she was that one. You know. I can see Maxine having that personality. Cause Maxine is long, she's tall, she has the legs, just like Michelle McCool, who's also long, tall, and the blonde. I think she will be perfect for that, to have that persona. So I don't know. I really hope that she do though. That'd be nice. Now, y'all, we're going right back to Adam Pearce. Now, y'all, we don't see Adam Pearce. We gonna see Adam Pearce a lot. I ain't gonna lie to you. You're gonna see Adam. You're gonna hear me talk about Adam like, at least like 3-4 times. So we going back to him again, but we have a game changer. We see him talking to the ruler, Obafemi. I am excited for Obafemi. Obafemi's a big man. That's a big man. And I cannot wait to see what they do to him. I really hope they don't like make him like this like I don't know that stereotype that they always do for people that is like African descent or something really. Oh my gosh, he is from Nigeria. He's gonna run shot everything for a year, and then suddenly he's gonna go gold for the next 5-7 years, and no one's going, and then we're gonna forget who he was. I hope we don't do that to Obafemi. I think he's gonna be great. But let's go back to that. So Obafemi and Adam Pearce are talking about a contract. So possibly Oba could go to Raw, because if people who have not seen last week's episode of SmackDown, Nick Aldis, GM Nick Aldis, was trying to get Obafemi to come to SmackDown. So, Obafemi basically, look, he said, if the price is right, I just might, basically. He said, hey, I gotta think about it. He's gonna basically just compare contracts to see how much money he can get to be there. And I don't blame him, because, hey, if I'm gonna be at your company, I gonna need the money. You hear me, honey? I'm gonna need that coins. But I don't know. We're gonna see what Oma might come up. But y'all, here's one. This is where it starts grinding my gear. Why did we decide to show Rusev at this time? Like to do this weird stare down at Rusev. Like this is like why would we do that? Why do we do that? Why we need that? We don't need that. Rusev had not been irrelevant since he left the first time. Like no one really cared for Rusev no more. I feel like they're trying to push Rusev onto us, but no one really cares about him no more. So why would we want to really engage with this? I mean, if some people, you're a Rusev fan, hey bro, that's all you. Or hey bro, hey sis, that's all you. He does not do nothing for me on my TV screen or my computer, wherever I'm watching this from. He doesn't do it for me. And I'm just gonna continue to just let that act like I don't see that man ever. So now we're in like the middle portion of the show. This is where it starts getting dicey when you can have a good middle part of the show or a drawed out ads, just straight ads. Nothing but here, let's show 2 minutes of wrestling matches and then ads. But here, Michael Cole is having an interview with Liv Morgan. Now let me tell you, this interview was a waste of everybody's time. I don't know why they done this. This honestly irks my nerve. So, Michael Cole tried to have an interview with Liv Morgan asking her, hey, who's going to be your opponent at WrestleMania? And she basically just says, I feel like I'm getting rushed to make a decision, so I'm not going to tell y'all what I'm going to do about that, who I'm going to pick. Why is this even an interview? Why is this even a thing? Why do you even waste my time getting hyped for this just for her to do this? But this is when somebody shook the table. Stephanie Valcure. I can't pronounce her last name, y'all, so I am so sorry if I'm butchering her last name. But Stephanie, the devil's kiss herself, she comes in here stomping and look good too. God, she looks so good. She looks so good. So she came out there, looked at Liv dead in her eyes, and started, I'm assuming, telling her off in Spanish. She starts saying stuff in Spanish, but then you have Dominic Mysterio. I don't think I told y'all he was there, but he was there. Dominic is in Liv's ear trying to decipher what Stephanie said, but if I take it, Stephanie said, look, you pick me, you gonna catch it. So I don't care who you pick, me or Jay, girl. It doesn't matter. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Alright now, y'all, we are in the special territory of PPV, PLLE, pay-per-view, whatever WWE's calling it now. We're in this weird territory when it's gonna be nothing but just straight promo and segments. Cause I ain't gonna lie, we only had, 2 matches, and we'd already been through like 4 interview segments, and that's annoying. I hate that WWE is doing this. They need to stop it. Triple H, please get this together. But I'm gonna continue. So now we're in another segment when CM Punk is coming up to fans. Basically, I think he's throwing shots at Finn in the Judgment Day. Basically just saying that, I guess really not even throwing shots at Finn. Really, it's like giving him his flowers. Like, hey Finn, oh my God, you won this opportunity to go against me at EC, fair and square without the Judgment Day. Oh my gosh, and this, that, and the third. And he just, it's basically giving his man his flowers. But I think it's actually throwing shots. But we're gonna see how that play out. But then he has said that people in the corporate in the back are getting upset with him because he's possibly, quote unquote, ruining or could ruin his WrestleMania opportunity. Girl, please, they do this every couple years. People say in the back that I'm gonna screw myself over. I do this, girl. No, they're not. They know people pay to see you, and they know if you lose that belt, they're gonna raise it, and they're gonna raise every part of it. So shut up. No one cares about that. So then, eventually, Finn Balor comes out, but he doesn't come back alone. He comes out with the Judgment Day men, Dominic, and returning JD McDonough. So, they come out, and they kind of do that weird, like, we're going to jump you type thing when they're all hanging on the apron, and like, please. But they didn't do it. They didn't try to jump Trump. Oh my God. Oh, jump. Oh, girl. They didn't jump CM Punk They didn't do that. They came in the ring. Finn basically was just like, hey, you claim that you're the best in the world, but I'm the best in the world. Um, I travel over the world. I won championships all over the world. So that makes me best of the world. But if I beat you, that will make me even better. And Punk didn't like that. He didn't like that at all. That somebody actually had legitimately like accolades to his few accomplishments he has done in his whole career, which if I was Punk, I'd be mad too. I'll be mad too. Cause why you had to do that? You didn't have to throw that shot out there. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, you travel all the world and you are this big old star over the seas, but no one told you that. You didn't have to say that. You didn't have to say that. But basically, and then CM Punk was like, okay, Finn, like, since you want to say all that and rah rah, like, I'm gonna just go ahead and bust your bubble. You ain't been nothing since you been with the group, the Judgment Day. And as long as you still with the Judgment Day, you ain't gonna be nothing. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Punk clocked that. He clocked them real bad because that's absolutely true. And I know everybody feel it too. That Finn has not been irrelevant since he's been in this group, and I hate that for him because I think he would do so much better somewhere else. I honestly think he would do even more better if he was not even in WWE. Because I feel like WWE is holding him back from his true wrestling potential that people who have not seen. The first time I actually seen Finn was actually in New Japan Wrestling, and he was a beast. But I digressed. So, yeah. That's all my notes. That Finn basically kind of just looks at him and you kind of can see that Finn is doing that weird thing when he like takes in what Punk actually says, and so we gonna see what happens. We gonna see what happens, Jerem. I don't know though. So then it was like a quick little segment with Io and Rhea. Basically they're talking about their championship and their possibility for WrestleMania, and Rhea in the Elimination Chamber, and Io possibly going into the Elimination Chamber next week. And then you get the funny moment. Well, this is kind of really funny. I actually like when they do this, when you had the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi. And Asuka starts fussing at Kairi for like the weirdest things, but like I really wish like Netflix had like in live time translation so we can know what she's actually saying to Kairi, because the way that she be fussing at Kairi, girl, it be had me cracking up. Cause Kairi, fight back. Fight back. At this point, you're gonna let Asuka just run you over, girl. Fight back. I know good and well I'm not gonna let a grown woman be fussing at me like this, child. Every other week, girl, please. No, I'm not. Alright, y'all. So now we're coming back to the original plan of El Grande Americano getting his IC, well, number one contender IC match. And his opponent, if y'all probably guessed it as much as I guessed it, it was Penta. Who else would you not have to have this opportunity than Penta? Now, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this match was boring. I would not even give this up to watch at all. So, yeah, y'all. We are now in the match with Penta and El Grande. This match, y'all... Lord, this match boring. This match was so boring. I could not give you no more than probably a rate of a 2. This match really took the cake. It took the cake. I can't even tell you. Literally, if you can guess it, Penta won this match. I couldn't even tell you anything exciting that went on during the match. That's how bad it was. But the only exciting part of the end of the match is when the actual original El Grande Americano came out and started messing with the other one. Now, I can't tell y'all who is who and who is which is which. All I know, one is Chad Gable and one is Ludwig Kaiser. So, like, take that if you will. I can't tell you who is who. But at the end of the match, after the original El Grande came in there and tried to take off the mask of the other El Grande, or I think it was maybe in the match. See, this is how you tell the match was not even born. I couldn't even tell you which part was part, but I know that this one of them tried to unmask another one. For people who do not know what that means, unmasking a luchador in Mexican Mexican culture in general is the sign of disrespect. So who knows what's going on in there? The crazy thing is, none of those two are Mexican, except for probably Ashley Penta. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what that means. Like, is it really going to be a shock when you unmask them, though? I don't feel it's going to really be a shock when you unmask them, because we know who they are for real under the mask. So I don't know. We'll see where this ends up at, I guess. Alright, now, y'all. We are in one of the greatest moments of the show. We have the queen herself, AJ Lee, coming out to the ring, skipping and doing her usual weird, just not really even weird, just her trying to speak like kind of in a riddle in a weird way that she do. But basically, I'll just get to the point. She basically says that she's trying to get her rematch against Becky, because people who don't know, Becky slammed her face into a turnbuckle last week, and yeah, and AJ said, I need that. I need that back. I need that. So, also AJ goes around saying that, she is one of the pioneers for the women's locker room, which is absolutely true, because a lot of the women that you see now took a lot of her move that she was when she was active 10 years ago. And she explains how much she had reinvented the women's division, making at one point the Divas division much more than what it was. Because people who do not know, the original women belt, there wasn't really two women belts. I mean, there was two women belts at one point. Cause at one point you had the actual women's championship, and that kind of was like a weird time for women. It was really not a good time for women, I would just say. Until the very end when AJ had it, and then when she left, then all of a sudden now we have these two new women belts for each brand. But yeah, she goes on saying that she's a pioneer, and without me, it wouldn't be as much as for the women's division. So then she calls out Becky to come out and so she can get her ones. So Becky comes out, the man doing what she does best, trying to avoid getting her lick back from AJ Lee. She basically tells AJ Lee, hey, look, when you was gone for 10 years, I kept this company on my back. Had a baby and everything. Like, not gonna lie. She's telling the truth. I'm not gonna lie. She's telling the truth. Becky did clock her with that one. She clocked her with that one because she is telling the truth. Becky, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, the Bella twins, even though people are not gonna like that one, but the Bella twins, them women, they held it down. They held it down while you was gone for 10 years. And without them reinventing even more for the women's division, we probably wouldn't be here still where we are now. If some of y'all know or don't know, back then, man, it used to have like t-shirt and panty contests back then. Like, not t-shirt and not contests, but matches where you had to strip them one day. Like, one point, like, girl, that was so But I'm so happy now times have changed for women, and this is a great view for women. But after Becky clocked clocked AJ Lee with that few little 1-2, 1-2. Becky was like, you know what, girl, I ain't trying to do this with you. I ain't trying to do that. And AJ like, girl, come get your ones. Come get this. I need that. And, Becky doing what she do best. She act like she's going to go in here, but she not. Becky's that type of person when they talk, when they just talk and talk, but then when it's time to get active, they can't get active. They swear up and down they got somewhere to be, or you're not worth it. That's how exactly Becky was. And then Becky ran off, and that was it for that segment, which it was okay. It was funny. It had a funny moment, girl, but that's what it was about that segment. Nothing too much. Alright, y'all. Remember I said you would not ever see Adam Pearce again? Well, you actually did see Adam Pearce again. He's back on here again. Man, they working this man tonight. They've been working him all night. So, when he's walking back to his office with another backstage crew member who's a random bystander they probably just pulled from doing whatever he was doing. The Vision is at Adam's door, basically saying like, you see what happened to me? I got beat up by that mystery man again. And Adam just sitting there like, what do you want me to do about this? I'm trying to catch that man. I can't catch that man. So then Theory is just going off. He's going off on Adam at this point. And like at this point, Adam is looking like, bro, please, I don't know what to do. I got other things to worry about tonight, okay? So then Bronson comes up and was like, you know what? If I catch that man and I win that chamber, you're gonna see me. It's gonna be something. Something's gonna go down. That's not what he said, but you know the gist. That's exactly what he means when he said that. He might start throwing out like his special moves that he be doing, girl. I don't know what he be doing, girl. Like I said, the Vision for me is not interesting, so we're gonna see how this turns up in the next couple weeks. And finally, we are at the final match of the night. We have Javon Evans, Dominic Mysterio, Boo Tomato, and then we also have Gunther, the Ring General. I'm not gonna lie, this was honestly match number 2 for me. It was interesting, but not as much for me as the women was interesting. Don't get me wrong, when Gunther hit Javon in the chest, like I felt that in my chest, you hear me? And then Dominic trying to hit him in the chest. Brother, you are nothing compared to the Ring General. Well, I tell you, I heard that with my own, I felt that in my own chest. I could not even imagine what that feels in real life. But I digress. The match was pretty good. It was a decent match. Like I said, it was okay. Nothing to really be going crazy for, rah-rah over. But in the middle of the match, toward the end of the match, I'll say, toward the end of the match, Gunther was out there about to hit, I believe Dominic Mysterio with a hammer or something he had in his hand. And then out of nowhere, Dragon Lee just comes flying out with the bell. with the ring bell, and taking out Gunther for Javon to get the win. So in total of the men's chamber match, you have Javon Evans, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and I think that's it. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans. I feel like I'm blanking on someone, but I don't think I am. I think I got everybody. But yep, y'all. This was my recap of WWE Monday Night Raw. I really hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm sorry if it's all over the place or this does not sound put together. I kind of was sitting here thinking when I was doing my thoughts for making this, I wanted to be funny. I wanted for people to be like, you know what, make jokes out of it, to be, relax. Cause I know a lot of people saying now WWE is boring, and I will be one with you. WWE is boring. So I just kind of want to make it funny, a little bit of side banter, just making it funny. Like, who, because, I don't want to sound like every other podcast when they're going through the point. No, we're going to break this down easier and making it funny and more manageable. But once again, I want to say thank you to y'all listening to this podcast. I really hope y'all really like this podcast. I am very excited for this. This is more of a passion project for me. I just do this because I love wrestling and I want people to enjoy my love of wrestling too. So with that, thank you for listening. Ooh, my voice cracked. Listening to Ringside Recap. Once again, I am your host, Naja the Ninja. And if no one told you, I will tell you. Well, love one, love others, love one another. Yeah, just be blessed, y'all. Thank you. Goodbye. All right, see y'all later.